Good morning to all everyone. Myself, Jaden Sivina, Assistant Professor, Emmanuel Arasar College of Pharmacy. Today I am going to discuss about Haemopoietic system. What is definition of Haemopoietic system? Haemopoietic system is consist of the blood and blood components forming elements, for etc., which include bone marrow, thymus, lymph nodes. Haemopoietic system regulates in transportation of nutrients, materials and gases exchange, and it is also acts as connecting link between the one organ to another organs. Haemopoietic system also participates in the defense mechanism by producing the different types of immune regulating materials and prevents the microbial growth during any infection or manifestation. Haemopoietic organ, for example, bone marrow, lymph nodes, thymus, spleen, haemopoietic glands. Haemopoietic system connecting link, arteries and veins. Then fluid material, blood, lymph. Next, composition and functions of bloods. Blood is a special type of fluid connective tissue which consisting of clear straw, colored, watery, non-living fluid matrix. What meaning of fluid matrix? Means of plasma, and living blood cells means of formed elements. What is formed elements? WBC, RBC, platelets. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid for circulating any materials from one organ to another organ. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid for circulating any materials for one organ to another organ. It is consist present 8%. The total body mass is the slightly alkaline, pH ranging from 7 to 7.5. When saturated with oxygen is a bright red, when unsaturated with oxygen is dark red. Blood volume in adult male 5 to 6 liters, adult female 4 to 5 liters. Then blood plasma. What is definition of blood plasma? Blood plasma is the straw colored fluid consisting nearly 55% of blood. So 9 to 92% of plasma is water and proteins contribute 6 to 8%. Blood cells or plasma can be separated by centrifugation or by gravity when blood is allowed to stand. The cells are heavier than plasma and sink to the bottom of any sample. Plasma proteins divided 3: albumins, globulin, fibrinogens. Albumins means there are most abundant plasma proteins, about 60% of total, and their main function is the maintain normal plasma osmotic pressure. Globulins means globulins primarily are involved in defense mechanism of the body and play an important role in immunity. What is fibrinogen? These proteins are responsible for the coagulation of blood. Then functions of blood. Blood performs a number of functions are concerned in one way or another with transporting substances. Then regulating blood levels of particular substances or protecting the body. 3 types of functions: transport, regulation, protection. What is means transport? Transporting the oxygen and carbon dioxide from the lungs to other parts of the organ. Then what is regulation? It regulates the fluid volume by releasing the inorganic salts, for example sodium, calcium, potassium, etc., and maintain the normal pH regulation body tissue, maintain temperature by absorbing and disturbing heat throughout the body and to the skin surface to encourage heat loss. What is mean protection? Prevent blood loss. When a blood vessel is damaged, platelets and plasma proteins initiate clot formation, halting blood loss. Then red blood cells. What is RBC? Means erythrocytes are red blood cells are most abundant of all the cells in blood. Cells la most abundant of the cells வந்து என்னது RBC. These are divided of nucleus in most of the mammals. Normal average volume red blood cells 4.5 to 5.5 millions. Then diameters 7.5 μm. They have a red color iron containing complex protein called hemoglobin. RBC are formed in the red bone marrow in the adults. Or this means development of red blood cells is called erythropoiesis. Have an average lifespan of 120 days, after which they are destroyed in the spleen. Functions of RBC. RBC helps in the transportation of the gases from lungs to tissue and tissue to lungs in the form of oxyhemoglobin. Red blood cells help in the transportation gases from lungs to tissues and tissue to lungs in the form of oxyhemoglobin. Hemoglobin means oxygen binds to the hemoglobin. Then carbaminohemoglobin to carbon dioxide binds to the hemoglobin. RBC contains the antigens A, B and Rh factor on the surface and helps in the blood groups determination. Next, white blood cells. White blood cells means also known as leukocytes. These cells have an important function in defense and immunity. They are colorless due to the lack of hemoglobin. Leukocytes are the largest blood cells, but they account of only about 1% of the blood volume. Average number of white blood cells present in human blood about 6,000 to 8,000 leukocytes millimeter. Then who divided into two main parts, granulocytes and granulocytes. Granulocytes into two types, basophils. Granulocytes are divided into three parts, neutrophils, basophils, then eosinophils. Neutrophils means these are active of the body and protect the infection and remove the debris and dead cells from damaged tissue by engulfing or phagocytosis. Then normal abundant cell 60 to 65%. Basophils means it also secretes the histamine, serotonin, heparin, etc. and is involved in the inflammatory reactions. Normal value 0.5 to 1%. Eosinophils number about 2 to 3%. This is resist infectants and are also associated with the allergic reactions. Then agranulocytes. Agranulocytes, they have large nucleus and no cytoplasmic granules. It is divided into two parts, monocytes and lymphocytes. These are monocytes are largest of the white blood cells. The number of monocytes is about 6 to 8%. It prevents the infection by engulfing or phagocytosis the microbes. Lymphocytes are two major types, B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes. For immune response of the body, the number of lymphocytes is about 20 to 25%. Thank you.